We've got a really good set of questions for you guys. And as always, hey Tay baby, nice to see you again. And as always, I have some really awesome cheat sheets for you. Tonight, we're going to be specifically going over some cheat sheets on conjunctions and what you need to know regarding the periodic table as you study for your TEAS exam. Oh no, Kiki, welcome back. I hope you're feeling better. Okay, hold on, Sansoon. Hi, Nurse Melissa. Can you please write down the Facebook group name? I couldn't find it. Okay, let me see. It is called the free, while we're waiting for everyone to join in there. So the study group on Facebook is called the free TEAS 7 study group by Smart Edition Academy. Okay, that is the name of our study group over on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, make sure to join our free Facebook study group. We have daily practice test questions in there. And what's really awesome about the group is that there's people that are studying for the test right now, which is great. So you definitely don't feel alone. But what's even cooler is you have people who have taken the test either recently and they're sharing their tips and tricks and their experiences in there, or it's people that are getting ready to take their test for the second or third time. So it's just a really good place to meet people who are on the same journey as you, ask your questions about the TEAS exam, all that good stuff. All right, so we're going to start today's live session in just a few seconds, but for those of you that are here, make sure that you're dropping your answer down in the comments. And then since last time we met, the groups seemed to be about 50-50 split. Half of you said you were really intimidated by the cardiovascular system and what to study. So we went over what to study for the cardiovascular system in detail. After we go over this TEAS 7 practice question on the endocrine system, I'm going to go over what you guys need to study for the endocrine system, but only if you guys let me know in the comments that sounds good and you want to know exactly what to study for the endocrine system, and that is something that you're struggling with or you're curious about getting clear on as you study. All right, I see some A's, I see some B's. Kira says yes, she wants to know exactly what to study for the endocrine system. I love it. Kiki says A. Perfect. Do we have any other answers down in the comments? Okay. Tay says, yes, I want to know what's on the TEAS exam as it relates to the endocrine system. Montaigne says A. Erica says A. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for sharing the live. Real quick, guys, before we go over this practice test question, I have to give you guys a big thank you. Because the last time that we were able to go live, you guys helped us reach 50,000 subscribers. And as a small business, that helps us so much. So we really appreciate you helping us get to 50,000 followers over on TikTok. And we were able to sell over 20 books of the TEAS 7 study guide. That's where all of this information that we teach and go over comes from. And I don't know if you guys saw our last TikTok, but we ran over to the post office and we have a pretty accurate day-to-day behind the scenes of what that looks like, of what it looks like when John goes to the postal service with all of the study guide books that you guys order from us over on TikTok. So thank you so much for that support. It really means the most to us. All right. So this study guide book, it's currently $34.99, but it's going to be on sale. I'm going to do a flash sale just because it's only fair. We did a flash sale last time we went live, so I'm going to put it on sale for $19.99 in a few minutes, okay? So really quickly, let's dive right on into this and let's go over it. So I saw some A's and I saw some B's. The correct answer for this specific question is A. Intercellular chemical signals produce rapid responses. So That's the primary difference. So this came up in our last live, so I want to make sure that we go over the differences. So inter, okay, INTER, this means signals, okay, between cells, okay, as a reminder. Intra is communication within or inside, okay? That is the difference for those of you who was wondering. If so, no big deal. That question comes up all the time of what inter and intra is. So inter, it signals between the cells. Intra signals inside or within the cell. So because they travel between the cells, they act quickly to send messages like things like hormones or like neurotransmitters. So that is what makes answer choice A correct. Really quickly, just because I saw some B's down in the comments, I'm going to go over why B is not correct. So B is not correct because these signals, right, intra, they happen inside of the cells, okay? The signals happen inside of one cell, and because of that, they're typically slower. They are not fast. Yes, Lena, that we will absolutely, positively be able to get you the book ASAP, even if we drive it over to USPS in our handy dandy flashcard, in our handy dandy golf cart, not a flashcard. I don't know where my brain is with that. Okay. So that is why that is answer choice A. And earlier I asked if you guys wanted to quickly go over what you needed to study for the endocrine system. So I am going to plop open the book here, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what you need to be studying as it relates to the endocrine system. While I do that, I'm going to ask you guys a pop quiz question. So if you've been joining us on our lives, you know that when it comes to the A and P section, I am always telling you that you need to know the functions and the structure of what you are studying, okay? So you always need to be clear on what the functions are. So with that being said, there are about 8 functions of the endocrine system. Can you guys let me know down in the comments what the functions of the endocrine system are? Just drop your answer down in the comments. What are the functions of the endocrine system? I'm going to give you guys a minute to think about it. Okay. Homeostasis, hormones. Kira says, I don't know. Hormones to maintain homeostasis. Yes. So let's go over it. So guys, I just put the book, the study guide book. This is where all of this information is coming from, our ATI TEAS 7 online course. And like I said, we are doing a sale on it. It's currently $19.99, okay? We're going to do a flash sale for a few minutes. So all the information that we're going to go over of the endocrine system is going to come out of this. So get ready to take your screenshots. Let's go over what you need to know as it relates to the endocrine system. Okay. When you study for your TEAS exam, it does not matter what system you are studying. You need to make sure that you know the functions, okay? So I just said to you earlier that there are 8 functions. I did not see anyone say water balance. So water balance is a function of the endocrine system. You've got the uterine contractions and milk release, super important. We've got growth. I did see a few people down in the comments say metabolism and tissue maturation. Ion regulation, yes, that is a function of the endocrine system. Then we've got the heart rate and the blood pressure regulation, blood glucose control, immunity system regulation, and then reproductive functions control. And primarily, Lena, I see your answer down here in the comments. This is because of the hormones that are released by the different chemical signals in the body that will do things like tell the body when it is appropriate to release milk, tell the body when it is appropriate to respond for immunity, things like allergies and things like that. As it relates to the chemical signals, because I know when people study for the TEAS, there are some study guides out there that go really nitty gritty and can be really, really overwhelming. And that's why I love about this study guide is that we keep it very simple and to the point of what you actually need to study. So the functions of the endocrine system you need to study, we just went over that. As it relates to signals, make sure that you're taking a screenshot. You really primarily want to focus on these 4 chemical signals, okay? You want to make sure that you're very clear and that you understand the autocrine, the paracrine, neurotransmitters, neuromodulators, okay, and pheromones. So you want to make sure that you understand that, okay? Charlene says, I purchased this book, but I'm still confused. Charlene, have you activated your online resources? Because when you buy the book, you do get online resources and you are able to unlock more practice test questions. And you can also enable video answer explanations and videos from the course. So we have video materials that goes over all of this in more detail, as well as more practice test questions that have video explanations with them. Okay? Yeah, so Charlene, if you need help with that, make sure that you go to our website because like it says here, you get extra practice tests with the book. You just get them online, okay? You get the 1,300 video answer explanations, you get the online flashcards, and then you get 50 extra lessons. So all the lessons that are in the book, you also get expanded lessons in color that you can use on like your phone or on the computer, and then those have video lessons. So it explains things in more detail. Yes, it comes with the book. If you go to, let's see what page is it in your book. If you go to page 2 of your book, there's a page that says how to access your online resources. It tells you what page you need to go on our website, and it will give you the password that you have to include in order to get your book, your online resources. And if you can't find it, you can always use our chat on our website and we'll help you. Okay? Really quickly, before we move on to our next question, I just want to go over out of the book. So we went over what we needed to know in terms of chemical signals. I want you guys to be clear on what you needed to study as it relates to receptors, because I know, again, there's some study material out there that makes it really complicated. No, Michael, we're just going over what to study for the endocrine system just for a minute or two, and then we're going to go back into practice test questions. So as it relates to receptors, you guys want to make sure, this is just a very, very quick top line review for people to take screenshots of, and then we're going to move on over. So we've got intracellular receptors, okay, membrane-bound receptors you need to study and know. Receptors that go alter the membrane permeability, okay? Receptors in your G proteins, receptors that alter the activity of enzymes, all right? And then last time we all met together, we also went over, you guys had a lot of questions about what hormones you needed to study. So I wanted you to, and you guys can go over this on your own time, but I did want to share this with you. If you guys have the book, this is on page 191. But you can take a screenshot of this. These are the hormones that you need to study for your upcoming TEAS exam. I know there's a lot of hormones. They do a lot of things, but these are the main ones that you need to know for your TEAS exam, okay? So, all right, we're going to go over into the next question now. Last chance to get your screenshot. And remember, guys, the book is pinned, and it is on sale right now for $19.99. And again, this is the ATI TEAS 7 book. It's pinned down in the comments, and it's currently on sale for $19.99. You get 8 practice tests. You get the video explanations, you get the flashcards, you get additional lessons online with the video lessons. So you can have a tangible book to study from, and then you can access extra materials online. All right. Let's talk about, oh, someone said it's not on sale anymore. Okay, I can put it back on sale in just a second here. All right. Guys, let me know down in the comments what you think the answer to this question is. Okay, guys, I'm going to put it back on sale. Just give me a second. I'm so sorry. I'm all into this. I'm not watching the timer here go down. Okay, I'm going to put it on sale for 5 more minutes, and then we're going to focus on studying for this exam, all right? So for those of you that wanted to get it for $19.99, get it $15 off, you can do so by taking advantage of that live sale. Okay, Charlene says B. Abby says B. I love Eviana says B. Charlene says C. Sansu says B. Kiki says B. Simrat, if you want, you can send us a direct message or a chat on the website, and we're happy to explain anything you want to know about the endocrine system or the prior question. You can let us know, and we'll answer it for you in detail. It'll be my pleasure to do that. Nurse 2B says B. Sansu says B. Melissa says B. Perfect. You guys are on it. You guys are absolutely positively on it. Yes, guys, the book is on sale for $19.99. I turned on the sale. Okay, so you can get the T7 study guide book. And that book, again, it comes with the 8 practice tests, the video explanations, the online resources, and the flashcards. So correct, guys. Good job, Lisa. Lisa says it's B. It is an adverb. That is correct. He hit the ball so hard that he was sure it was a home run. So this is an adverb. Would anybody like me to explain in detail why B is the correct answer? Yes, Lisa, correct. Hard is the adjective. Aaliyah says yes. Melissa says yes. Okay, guys, not a problem. My pleasure. Okay, so first, let's talk about what is an adverb. So I am going to write it down here. An adverb describes a noun. Pardon. An adverb describes a verb. Okay. An adjective or another adverb. Versus what you're probably familiar with, an adjective describes a noun. Okay, so an adverb describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So in this sentence, it says he hit the ball so hard that he was sure it was a home run. So what are we talking about? So we're talking about so hard, and hard is describing how he hit the ball, because hit would be the verb here. He hit the ball. That's the noun, okay? But it's not talking about the ball or how he hit it. It's talking about so hard, because they could have just said he hit the ball hard, that he was sure it was a home run, or he hit the ball good and he blah, blah, blah. But no, they specifically added the word so to exaggerate and describe. Not only did he hit it hard, he hit it so hard. It added extra emphasis on that, okay? So hard is the adjective, and this word is basically describing, the adverb is describing the adjective, okay? So again, so is describing the adjective hard, okay? And adjectives can also modify adjectives. So that is what's being done here. So let's talk about why A, C, and D are not correct. Lena says, where is this on the online course? This would be under parts of speech, the adverbs lesson. That's where you would find this content, and you can watch the video on adverbs in there. So verb, again, verb is an action. And in this case, it's the word hit. Then we've got an adjective. Remember, an adjective describes a noun. The adjective in this case is hard. And then we've got a pronoun. A pronoun basically replaces a noun or a proper noun. So we've got the word he here. We're not saying that his name is Billy or anything like that. He is the pronoun. It is replacing, it's basically replacing the noun. Okay? So that is why answer choice B is correct. So is acting as the adverb. All right, Taffy says she understands now. Beautiful. Everyone's favorite, we're going to go over a reading practice test question. Now, if you guys haven't taken the TEAS exam, Lena says, hold the screen and click clear display. That is how it'll take the comments away. Thank you, Lena. Thank you for always being so helpful down in the comments. Jif appreciates that. Thank you so much. Okay, so reading is going to be the first section that you take when you take your TEAS exam. So you're going to start with reading, and reading can be a very, very tricky section. Most students will say to us in the study group that they really studied for math, they really studied for science, but they really didn't pay that much attention to reading or English, and that is what they needed. That's the area that they end up needing more support on in order to get their score up for the next time they take. Yes, Lena. So you're going to start when you take your TEAS exam with reading. Then you're going to go into math. Then it segues into science. And then you end with English language usage. Thank you, Woof, for supporting. How long is the exam? So you have 170 scored questions for the entire exam. I'll have to look up to see exactly how many minutes you have, but each section is timed, and your time does not roll over. All right, I see a lot of A's down in the comments. So I encourage you guys, one of my favorite tips to share with you guys when we do these reading practice tests, always pick the best answer. Gloria says, what happens if you don't finish all the questions? If you don't finish the questions in the allotted time when you're in that section, it'll just not score those. You'll get those questions wrong, and then you will be automatically redirected to your next text section. Yes, you can buy the book on our website, but the book, I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. The book is cheaper if you do buy it on TikTok Shop. We have the book on sale during our lives, but you can get it also on Amazon, and you can get it on the website, and you can also get it on Amazon if you prefer. You're welcome. Okay, I see some D's. So it's really interesting. This is what we did in the last two sections. So after I give you guys the tip of making sure that you pick the best answer choices, all of a sudden the answers changed. Everyone had one answer, and then as soon as I said it, everyone's answer choices changed. So that's funny. So make sure that you are clear on what the question is asking you. Make sure you're clear on all parts, and make sure that you're always choosing the best answer. Does this book cover everything for the TEAS? Yes, it does. The book goes over everything you need to know for all topics of the TEAS exam. All right, so it looks like you guys are split between A and between D. So let's talk about why answer choice D is correct. Ooh, I'm not there. I'm all the way in Florida, but I can hear you guys groaning and WTFing me all the way from here. Okay. So the question is asking us, imagine this sentence is the topic sentence. Okay, so we've got keyword topic sentence of a well-developed paragraph. Which of the sentences would best, always like that word best, as a supporting detail? Okay, so let's talk about why D is the best answer here. So we've got liquid water, a necessary ingredient of life, may once have flowed on the planet's surface. So this is the best answer because it is directly supporting something that is being said up here, right? This sentence directly supports the topic sentence by providing specific evidence of why Mars may have once supported life, okay? So it said, numerous robotic missions to Mars have revealed tantalizing evidence of a planet that may once have been capable of supporting life. So what do you need to support life? You need water, and you need air, and you need sun. I don't know if you're an alien, but typical common knowledge of life here on Earth says you need water, oxygen, and the sun. So A, of all the destinations within human reach, Mars is the planet most similar to Earth. I can see why that a lot of people picked A, but when you compare A and then you compare it to D, D is more specific because this right here says been capable of supporting life. So you always want to pick the best and most specific answer, which is why D, liquid water, a mentioning of that, a necessary ingredient for life, is more appropriate and is the correct answer than answer choice A. Okay? You guys are doing really well. I know that was a really, really tricky question. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for the follow, Jay. Annabelle says she has a question about the reading section. She says, I have a question. Are there a lot of questions about faulty reasonings on the TEAS exam? A lot is kind of an ambiguous statement, but no, there's not going to be a lot. You are going to see questions on your TEAS exam for, okay, Dolly, just give me 1 second, babe. Give me 1 second here to talk about Annabelle's question here. So you're going to see on the TEAS exam, you're going to see questions about evaluating credibility, evaluating an author's argument, and then you're going to see things like faulty reasoning and fallacies. I would say that of all of the things you might see on your TEAS reading exam, I would guess you're going to see somewhere between 2, maybe 3 questions on something that might have to do with faulty reasoning or fallacies. Now you might see some more questions in general about arguments, right? Like what would make the author's point more credible, and it might give you some answer choices there. So in general, you might see maybe 4 or 5 questions about the broader topic of an author's argument. But when it comes down to the specific thing you asked for as it relates to a faulty reasoning questions or fallacies, I'm going to say like 2 or 3. Okay? I hope that helps. Okay. I hope that helped, Annabelle. I hope that that was clear enough for you, okay? All right, so Jalissa says, I'm struggling studying science. Is the study guide for $34 what I need? So I am going to turn the sale back on just because Dolly asked me to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for Molly. But yes, our TEAS study guide does go over everything you need to know for the TEAS. In addition to, you get 8 practice tests You get 1 in the book. You get 7 more online. You get video answer explanations so you can take a practice test, see what you got incorrect, watch the video answer explanation. The videos are just like this, and they go into detail as to why the question was incorrect or not correct, and the best thing to do is to take notes on those things. You get the online flashcards to help you learn the vocabulary, and then you get the virtual version of what's in the book, so you can study it like on your phone or on the computer, but you also get the videos. So you can be reading something out of the book, and if you don't understand it, you can watch a video on your phone, listen to it on Bluetooth, all that good stuff, okay? So I would say that yes, the book is intended to help you pass the TEAS exam. We're so confident that it's going to help you pass the TEAS exam. The sale really helps. You're welcome. Yeah, it's the best deal. I mean, where else can you get 8 practice test question and videos for like $19.99? Okay, so I know Dolly asked me to put the sale back on. So Dolly, I didn't forget about you, babe. While you guys are working out this T7 algebra word problem, I'm going to turn the sale back on for just 5 more minutes, okay? And you guys can get everything you need to study for just $19.99. All right, if you have a friend studying for the TEAS exam, okay, send her our way, because this is the best deal in test prep. Okay. You're welcome, Dolly. Thanks for your patience. I want to make sure that you know I didn't forget about you. Hi, Mimi. Welcome. We're just going over some TEAS 7 practice test questions. We just kicked off the sale of our TEAS 7 study guide. The book is currently on sale for $19.99. You get 8 practice tests, and a ton of other online resources. I see A's, I see B's, I see D's. Ooh, I love seeing the alphabet down in these comments. That means that this is a good practice test question. Hi, Deborah, welcome. Hey, Rosie, welcome. You guys are tuning in. Hey, Jessica, you guys are tuning in for some TEAS 7 math practice. We just wrapped up a reading question. Now we're on to math. IDK, bro, I barely graduated. No, you're here because you're going to take your TEAS exam. You're going to move on to taking your TEAS and getting into your dream program. So you got this. Give yourself more credit. I'm going to let you guys have a few more seconds to work out the math, and then we're going to work through this question together. I see somebody said that the sale isn't working for them. If the sale's not working, let me know in the comments, and I will fix it, y'all. Thank you, Simply Gorge. I appreciate it. You guys are done. I definitely recommend you head over to our TikTok and watch the video of us from Friday night, shipping out the books. So much fun. And I want you guys to know that was not fake. That is literally real life. So just know that before your TEAS study guide books get to you, just know that they get to go on a fun ride in the sun. And, you know, we're delivering it in style because that's what we're all about. All right, I see some A's. I see some B's. Hey, Sophia, welcome. Everyone knows it's C. Okay, well, I don't know, babe, because I'm seeing A, B, C, and D's down in the comments. So we can't all be right. Thank you, Dolly. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, babe. Fadi says B. About says B. Seen a lot of 1250s down in the comments. Hi, Elle. Welcome. Hey, Tori. Oh, now we're getting a bunch of C's. Okay. You guys ready for me to go over this practice test question? Let me know if you're ready. Hi, Vic. Welcome. Remember, for anyone finishing, hold on, let me see. Taya asked a question, are we able to use a calculator during the test? Yes, you're allowed to have a 4, function calculator that will be on the screen and provided to you, okay? So you cannot walk in there with your super cool calculator. You have to use the provided on-screen calculator one, okay? There is a square root button on that. A lot of people ask, so there is a square root button, but there is not a negative sign. So pick and choose your battles there. All right, so we want to know, remember what I always tell you guys is we want to make sure we're clear on what the question is asking us. Question is asking us what is her hourly rate if her check is $268.75. Her hourly rate for my B's down in the comments is indeed $12.50. So how do we figure out what she makes per hour? So first, we need to know how many total hours she worked. And yes, I see who said it. I said several people down in the comments said it. Yes, Jaleesa said she worked 21 hours. Humble said she worked 21.5 hours. And yes, that's what she did. So you need to first know how many hours she worked. So on Thursday, she worked 4.25, okay? And Friday, okay? She's putting in work, okay, at her little part-time, okay? She is doing things. And then on Saturday, she worked 6.5, and on Sunday, she worked 6.5. So we've got Saturday, 6.5. You've got Sunday, 6.5. When you need to add all of these together as a step one, remember, we know that all these math problems always include multiple steps. So here we get that she works 21.5 hours. Now, we need to know what her hourly rate is. So what does the problem tell us? It tells us that she gets paid $268.75. So we need to take what she makes, which is the $268.75, okay? And we need to divide that by 21 hours. Lord, I was writing a whole H. 21.5 hours is what we need to divide it. So 268.75, divide that by 21.5. And what you get when you put that into your little calculator is 1250, $12.50. Okay. So step one, get clear on how many hours she works. Total everything up, you get 21.5. Then in order to find the hourly rate, you just need to take how much money she makes and divide that by total hours worked, and then that's how you get $12.50. Good job, Taffy. Good job. Thank you for sharing, Belinda. Thank you for sharing. Help more people get to the right side of TikTok. All right. Now, if you've been on our lives before, you know that I love you. You know that I want you to do well on your TEAS exam. So I will always, always give you 2 word problems. Let me fix my paper because it's going to annoy me. I always give you 2 word problems back to back because I care about you, okay? Because word problems are going to be on your TEAS exam. Conversions are going to be on your TEAS exam. So I'm just doing you a solid, okay? Hi, Miss Shauna. Hi, Belinda. I take my test on Thursday and I'm scared for the math portion. Well, I'm glad you made it to TikTok and we're going to go over the math section, and I hope you see that it's not so scary. You can break down everything into steps. Okay, Hargan says you need to take 3 tablets, so I'm going to let you guys figure this out in the comments. Remember, guys, when you take your TEAS exam, you are going to need to memorize your conversion. So when we're done, ooh, this is a good one because I'm seeing a mixed bag of answers here. And then I can see that some of you got tricked. No worries, I'm not trying to call you out, but I see that some of you got tricked. And remember what I always say, I want you guys to get tricked with me. Let me be the bad guy. So when you take your TEAS exam, you're all good, right? It's all love here. When we're done with this problem, I will show you guys what conversions you need to know for your TEAS exam because they will not be provided to you. I know there's a ton of formulas, I know there's a ton of conversions, but I will show you the ones that you absolutely positively have to study. Okay? And if you guys have a hard time with conversions, if you have a hard time with word problems, remember, if you get the T7 study guide, you do have the online resources with the study guide book. Yes, Lena, I'll go over the ones that you have to memorize. You do have the lesson modules that you can access online, and we have tons of videos with tons of practice test questions all about conversions and word problems, breaking down the word problems step by step, exactly how I do it here, so you guys can be prepared for the test. Thank you for the follow. All right, guys, any last answer submissions? It seems like half of us are between A, half of us are with C. C, okay, I see you guys are redoing some of it. Tamika, what's your answer, babe? I didn't see yours. Tamika says 1. All right, Tamika. You are correct. The answer is 1 tablet. Yes, Lena, for this one, you do need to know the conversions. That is correct. All right, so let's work this out step by step. Okay, the first thing you need to do is you do need to know the conversions for grams to milligrams. So I'm going to put that here. So you need to know that 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. That is something important for you to know. Hey, Kamal, glad you're here. Okay, so a patient with a bacterial infection is prescribed 1.2 grams of an antibiotic per day divided into 3 equal doses. The hospital only has the antibiotic available in 400 milligrams. How many tablets should the patient take? So now we know that 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams, okay? So we need to convert this. We need to convert 1.2 grams into milligrams because we need to know, that's the question is asking us how many tablets in milligrams is the patient going to have to take, okay? So I saw that a lot of you got 3, and I can completely understand why you got that. So we're gonna walk through that right now. So 1.2 grams times 1,000, okay, right? Because 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. So we do 1.2 times 1,000 to get our total doses of milligrams. Okay, so the total daily dose that the patient needs to take equals to 1,200 milligrams. But then we want to divide that into 3 equal doses, okay? So we're going to take this and we're going to divide it into 3. When you divide that into 3, you're going to get 400, right? But we need to reread what the question is telling us. It's saying that 1 tablet equals 400 mg. And the question is asking us not how many she needs to take per day. It's saying how many tablets should the patient take per dose. That is the key thing about this sentence. So for all of you who put 3, you misread the question, which is okay because these questions are tricky, okay? And this is why I pick tricky questions for you guys, is because I want you to see how a little word, how just a little sentence can cause you to get an incorrect answer on your TEAS, okay? How many tablets should the patient take per dose, not per day, which is why this answer is A, 1 tablet, okay? I know that was tricky. I know that it was tricky. I hope you guys still like me in the comments. because I kind of tricked you a little bit. I didn't trick you. I mean, the question was what it was. But I did it from a place of love. And I hope that you I hope that you appreciate it, and I hope that you know it's coming from a place of love. So before we do, what are we doing next? Before we do a biology question, I am going to show you guys, as promised, the conversions you need to know. Humble says 1 per dose, 3 tablets a day. Exactly. Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you guys out of the book. This is the book that we have pinned. This is our ATI TEAS 7 online study guide book. It's pinned in the comments. It was on sale earlier for $19.99. If anyone missed the sale and needs a good study guide, if you need tons of practice tests, if you want video explanations, if you want to know exactly what to study for your TEAS exam in a very, very simple way, let me know and I can put the book back on sale. So if you've got the book, you can go to page 96 and see the chart that you need to know to memorize. So when it comes to the TEAS exam, there's going to be 5 categories of things that you need to study. You're going to memorize. You're going to need to memorize your time conversions, your temperature conversions, and then you're going to need to memorize your volumes, your weight, and your distance conversions. Lena says, do I need the book if I have the online version? No, unless you want a book. A lot of people that are old school, me included, I like a book. I like to take notes. I like to scribble things. For me, I get a little distracted with online courses. So what I do is I like the book to read and study from. And then I like to listen to the videos in the online course for extra learning. I like to listen to the videos as I'm driving or washing dishes, walking my dog, all that good adult stuff that we have to do. And then I like the online course for all of the extra practice test questions. So these are the conversions that you guys need to memorize for your TEAS 7 exam. These are the basic conversions that you need to memorize. You might see on like the science section, it might say convert something into kilopascals. You won't need to know the conversion for kilopascals, because if it's anything kind of outside of these units of measure, it will provide you the conversion. But these are the basic ones. Tip number 2 is you can actually have a scratch piece of paper when you take the TEAS exam. And what I recommend students do is when you start your test, your piece of paper, it has to be blank. So you can actually, as soon as your test starts, after you have shown the proctor that your piece of paper is blank, you better write down all of the formulas that you have memorized and all of the conversions before your brain goes to mush, because you can use that piece of paper for all 3 sections of the TEAS exam, okay? I saw someone in the comments say they missed the sale, so I'm turning back on the sale. You can get the ATI TEAS 7 study guidebook, what we're going over here. You can get it for $19.99, and it includes 8 practice tests for the TEAS. You get the online resources, you get video answer explanations, you get flashcards, and then, like I said, you get the video modules and all of the videos that go over everything you need to study for the TEAS exam, okay? There's only 4 sections of the TEAS exam: reading, math, science, and then, this got all messed up. After science is English. All right, guys, so for those of you that missed it, that wanted the study guidebook for $19.99 to get everything you need to study, $19.99, that is literally the best deal in test prep. Kay says they do questions that aren't counted, I think. Yes, there are unscored questions in every single section of the TEAS exam. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's literally what I wrote here on this piece of paper. Tori, I just put the book on sale. It's $19.99 right now, my love. You can use these tests for any program. So LPN, BSN, radiology, vet tech. I've seen it for all sorts of programs use the ATI TEAS exam. It's probably one of the more popular entrance exams for healthcare professionals. The other 2 would be the HESI and the Kaplan. And so, yes, guys, you will have scored and unscored questions on the TEAS exam. And no, you will not know which are scored and unscored. So you've got 18 scored A&P, 9 scored biology, 8 scored chemistry, 9 scored scientific reasoning. Rachel says B. Miss J says A. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you so much for the follows and the likes and the shares. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you for sharing this with your friends that are also studying for the TEAS exam. I know studying for the TEAS exam, it can be really confusing, really frustrating. There's lots of misinformation out there, and there's just a ton of information that you need to go and study. So it's our goal to be as simple and as easy to understand. That's why, when we crack open the book, you see that it's super simple, super to the point. Why we have all those video explanations, why we have the videos in our online courses, because it's our goal to make you pass your TEAS exam, feel good and confident as you prepare to go into your program. All right, I'm seeing lots of A's and lots of B's. Natalie, yes. You can also send us a chat on our website just to make sure that you don't lose any of your progress. Meow Mix, if you feel confident, stay with your answer. See lots of A's, lots of B's. The study guide book is for the ATI TEAS study guide. Simply Court, I don't even understand what I'm reading. Your comments are so funny. Yes, Jazz, you can use our live. You can use the app. The app is the same thing as what's on the website. We just made an app, honestly, because so many students wanted an app. We're very responsive. We are always making upgrades to the course based on not only what we know is on the TEAS exam, but also what you guys tell us. And a lot of people said, please make an app. Why don't you guys have an app? So we made an app. So you use the same login that you do for the website, that you would for your online resources. Yes, we're going to explain all of that, Fran. And all of those, all of the resources that you have on our website are accessible on the app. You can use the same login. So all of these things that I've shown you guys, from the 8 practice tests, video explanations, all the stuff that you get with the book, you can access all of it also on the app. So it's really a trifecta. All right, so the correct answer here, I saw lots of A's, lots of B's. The answer here is actually B. It's the cytoplasm. So if we're talking about isolating a large amount of pyruvate, we would be talking about the part of the cell called the cytoplasm. So let's go back just a little bit and talk about what pyruvate is. So pyruvate is made during glycolysis, okay? And that is the first step of breaking down glucose for energy, okay? And glycolysis happens in the cytoplasm of the cell. So since the biochemist is isolating a large amount of pyruvate, they must be working within the cytoplasm. Tori, you're so funny. What else can we use hubby's card for? What else is hubby paying for today? You know what? You're going to get into your dream program. You're going to pass your TEAS exam, and it's not even going to matter, okay? Not even going to matter. So let's talk about A really quickly, why it's not correct, just because I did see a lot of people drop down A in the comments. So the chloroplast, this is where photosynthesis actually occurs. It actually occurs in the chloroplast, and it makes oh my gosh, guys, I'm so tongue-tied. It makes glucose, and it does not break it down, and there is no pyruvate in chloroplast. So that is why A is not correct. All right, guys, so we just have Oh my gosh, how has it already been an hour? Y'all, how has it already been an hour? That's so crazy. That is so crazy. Small girl, big world says my TEAS exam is tomorrow at 10. I only get one chance, trying not to explode. It's okay. Just take it one step at a time. Do not be up all night on TikTok, okay? Don't be doom scrolling all night. Stay off of Reddit. Take care of yourself. Feel confident. Review your notes, but not too late. Drink some water, okay? And get in bed early. And make sure you get to your testing facility early, okay? If you're taking the test remotely, you want to make sure that you get there on your remote exam at least 10-15 minutes early, because they're going to want to check your ID, and you're going to need to do the room scan, all that good stuff, okay? So be early and don't be up late. I see 2 people asked for us to turn back on the flash sale to put that study guidebook back at $19.99, so I will do that really quickly. And then how do you guys feel about doing one more practice test question, and then I'm going to share with you guys a little cheat sheet that I made for you guys. We didn't get to go over the cheat sheet, but I did promise it, so I want to make sure that I commit to my word. So for the 2 of you that wanted, Nora, that wanted the book back on sale, I'm trying to do it for you. TikTok is arguing with me. Okay, it says it's back on sale. If you guys don't see the sale, let me know down in the comments. Okay, all right. Just like I like to give you guys back-to-back word problems, I like to give you guys back-to-back biology questions, because a lot of people don't study the biology, don't study for the biology section. They focus a lot on A and P. Fraud. Can you repeat what you said earlier about jotting down the conversions before the test? Yes. So what I was saying was that when you take your TEAS exam, you are allowed a blank sheet of paper, even if you take it in person or if you take it online. So you are allowed to have your blank sheet of paper. And what I recommend students doing, because you get that sheet of paper for the entirety of your test, you're going to start with your reading section. Math is not going to be until section 2. So what I tell students to do is, as soon as your test starts, as soon as your proctor has approved your piece of paper, you're doing your test, and you are able to scribble down whatever you want. So I always tell students, scribble down the formulas that you have memorized in your brain, and also the conversions. I say it to just get it down on a piece of paper as your test starts, because by the time you do the reading section and then you start doing math, your brain, you might feel jumbled, you might be feeling stressed. So while your brain is fresh, hot and ready, fresh out the coffee, before you've gotten in your head, I say just jot down all of those formulas, all of those conversions on a sheet of paper, those ones that I showed you, okay? I'm seeing a lot of A's and I'm seeing a lot of C's down in the comments, so I'm glad that we're going over this answer. So I want you guys to make sure that you're reading the question clearly and you're clear on what it is asking you. Seeing C's, seeing A's. Be nice to each other in the comments. We're all here to learn. It's okay. Just be sweet with each other. We're all here to help each other. All right. So the answer is A. Okay, so let's talk about why it is answer choice A. So mitosis makes exact copies of cells. And I know it's really, really easy to get mitosis and meiosis messed up. So for those of you that said C, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. You just messed it up. It's really not a big deal. Again, I'm happy you're doing it with me. on TikTok and not in real life on your TEAS exam, okay? And you're just going to remember when you see a question on mitosis and meiosis and cellular reproduction, you're going to be like, not again, not going to trick me. So no issue whatsoever. So the answer is A, because mitosis, the one with the T, makes exact copies of the cells. And basically what happens, like when your body grows or when you're healing or when you're replacing old cells, what's happening internally is mitosis is happening. And since the new cells are identical to the original, this is a type of asexual reproduction. Okay, so what that basically means is that there's no mixing of DNA from two parents, okay? And so for those of you who said C, you're basically referring to meiosis instead, okay? So mitosis only has one round of cell division. Meiosis, the one with an E, has 2 rounds of meiosis. And so for those of you who have the book or the online course, you can take a look at page, I think it's 220. Let me see here. Yeah, you can take a look at 220 to study about everything that there is to know about the cellular reproduction. So I know that you guys need to know about the cell cycle. You need to know about everything that happens in interphase. You need to know about everything that happens in M phase. But you can read everything you need to know about mitosis, what happens in all the 4 stages. And we also have all the visuals of the differences between the two of you. And that's on page 221. And then you can also watch the video that's in the online course, okay? So make sure you crack your book open to, like I said, 221 and 222. Goes over everything that you need to know, all right? And for those of you wondering, this is out of the book, ATI T7 online course. We just had it on sale for $19.99. This is the T7 study guide book that includes 8 practice tests, 1,300 video answer explanations, flashcards, and then you also get virtual lesson modules in addition to the tangible book, and you get video lessons accessible on the app as well as on our website. So we're coming up on time. We're going to save some of these questions for next time, but I did want to share with you a little cheat sheet that I made for you guys on conjunctions, because we've seen conjunctions in some of our past lives. And so, yes, Jove, the $19.99 has all the goodies. You get the tangible book, and then on page 2 of the book, it tells you how to access the online resources. And then you get, like I said, the flashcards, the 8 practice tests, you get the online modules, and you get the videos. All of that is accessible on our app and our website. So it's kind of like a 3-for-1. Tori, we go live twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. All right, so make sure you guys are taking a screenshot. I know a lot of you are familiar with fanboys. These are for coordinating conjunctions. These are going to be, you're going to see questions on conjunctions on section 4, which is your English language usage section, part of your test. And you're going to see questions on adverbs like we saw earlier in the practice test questions, adjectives, nouns, pronouns, modifiers, propositions, and conjunctions. So your most common conjunctions, you can use the acronym fanboys. You can take a screenshot. Dulce, if you would like, I can put the book on sale for you. Well, just let me know if you want me to turn the sale back on for you, babe. Tori, same time, so 7 p.m. Eastern Central. Wait, I'm saying crazy things. Tori, it's on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I told you initially Eastern Central Time. That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. You can always follow us on TikTok, and we put you can RSVP to the lives on there, and then you can be reminded when we go live. Perfect. Okay, Dulce. I see, Annabelle, I see that you said it didn't give you the right price. I thought you were able to get it on the sale price. I want to make sure you had a good deal. Anna, did you get it while it was on sale? going to put you guys on to $15 off, okay? Because I can do that. Why not? Okay, I'm going to turn it on for 5 more minutes as we finish going over the cheat sheet, okay? So you've got your acronym fanboys. These are the most common conjunctions, words that you're going to see in a sentence. So I'm going to show you page 2 of the of the cheat sheet. These are the most common subordinating conjunctions, and that basically means that these connect a dependent clause to an independent clause. Because sometimes when you take your TEAS exam, it's going to have a sentence like this, and it's going to say, I stayed home because it was raining, and it's going to say, what is the word because? Which of the following, like, what does this act as? And you might be shown, you know, A, coordinated conjunction, B, subordinating conjunction, C, and so you need to make sure that you have these words memorized and that you're very, very familiar with them. You can skip questions on the test and go back to them as long as they are within the same section. So if you are skipping a math question and you finish all your questions and you want to go back to it, as long as you're within math, that's okay. But you cannot go to science and then go back to math. It doesn't work like that. Exactly what Kiki said, you can flag it. All right, and then part 3. So we've gone over the most common coordinating conjunctions. Those are fanboys. These are your most common subordinating conjunctions, okay, and what they do. And then part 3 that I wanted to share with you guys is correlative conjunctions, works in pairs. So both and, not only, but so. Taya, no, you do not get to pick and choose your section. Okay, everyone's test starts the same. You start with reading, math, science, and then English. You do not get to pick your order. Okay, so I hope everybody got the screenshots. We did not get to go over all of the questions. Today I really wanted to go over some of the chemistry things that we needed to do, but I will save it for when we meet each other again on Wednesday, okay? So be prepared on Wednesday to go over the trends of the periodic table and exactly what you guys need to know as it relates to the periodic table. So thank you guys for following. Ooh, look at all these comments. You guys are just snapping away, following me. Thank you guys so much. Can I get the screenshot again? Yeah. Let me find myself. Give me a second here. I reshuffled it. Now I gotta re-find it. And I think we only have a minute or 2 left of that flash sale. So you can get your TEAS 7 online study guide book for $19.99, and you get the 8 questions, the 8 tests, 1,300 video answer explanation. So every practice test question has a video answer explanation. You get online flashcards. You get a literal book, a nice chunky book here. And then you get lesson modules and you get actual videos. So you are able to read something out of the book. You're able to go online to the app or the website, do extra practice test questions. You can then watch the video about what you learned about in the book. And like I said, a lot of people download the app, they enable Bluetooth, and they listen to the videos and stuff while they're driving. Yes, Tori, I love highlighters, okay? I love color. I got these really cute pastel ones off of Amazon. They make me super happy. I mean, look how adorable these are. I hate those neon colored ones. All right, I mean, I don't have a strong highlighter game. I lost my baby blue one, but these are the ones I have, and I love them. They're so cute. They're not super obnoxious. You're welcome. Okay, so this is part 2 of the screen sheet for the person that asked me to put it back up. And then part 1. Yes, Kiki, I will be putting the replay up on YouTube probably tomorrow. All right. That's part 1. and then part 2 of the cheat sheet to take a screenshot of. Perfect. So thank you guys again so much. Again, check out the TikTok that we posted on Friday night. It's so funny of how we deliver your books. Thanks for everyone who grabbed the book while it was on sale. Thanks you guys for joining me, for making me laugh, for making me smile. This is an awesome, awesome way to start a Monday. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for still showing me love after I give you really hard and tricky T7 practice test questions. But remember, it's out of love because I want you guys to pass. So if you need a pep talk, you need some motivation, if you have more questions about your upcoming TEAS exam, you can keep the conversation going either in the DMs, you can leave us a comment on our TikToks, or you can join our study group and we'll keep the conversation and the good vibes flowing over there, all right? So thank you guys so much. Oh no, Jacqueline, you said you missed the sale. Okay, I'll turn it back on for you and only you. And then I promise I have to log off because I think I left some chicken in the oven, y'all, and it may be like burnt. I'm not even gonna lie. You guys know that I always am multitasking during these lives, and I think I may have burnt my chicken, but that's okay. If I burnt my chicken and you guys pass the TEAS exam, no big deal. That's what Uber Eats is for, right? That's what Chipotle is for. All right, Jacqueline, I'm gonna turn on the sale just for you. If anyone has any questions about the TEAS exam in the comments, feel free to ask while I give Jacqueline a chance to grab her book, and then I'll log off. That's dedication. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying, y'all, trying. All right, Jacqueline, just for you, babe. We've turned the sale back on. Does anybody have any questions about the TEAS exam while we're waiting for Jacqueline? Share the chicken. Listen, guys, I put it on the smoker. I told you the oven just because it was simpler, but really it's on the smoker. So it should be good. It should have a good little smoke ring on it. Had some brown sugar, some garlic, salt, pepper, onion powder on there. It's gonna be good. I was gonna use it for salads, but if I burnt it to a crisp, probably not. Kathy, how much time for each section? Good question. So you do get about, give or take, like 1 minute-ish. Some sections are shorter per section. So for the reading, you have 55 minutes. You have 57 minutes for the mathematics section, 60 minutes for science, and then you only get 37 minutes for the English section. Yay, Tori, I know. I feel like we're friends now. I hope you join the study group so we can keep chatting on there. How much of this material will be used in the field? Well, I mean, okay. I get it. So, I mean, the math, you're definitely going to need to know it for med dosage, especially in your first semester. And really, like, the reading comprehension is important because you really need to make sure that when you're reading a chart or you're reading the material in your book, that you're really clear and you're understanding what it is that you are reading. But realistically, when you take these entrance exams, it's really just making sure that you are at a standard that the school feels like you're going to be successful at. Jacqueline says she's got it. Yay! Thank you. Now I gotta go check my chicken. So the programs will make you take these entrance exams just to make sure that you're up to par. You learn what you're gonna need in the field, obviously, once you join the actual program. And, a lot of it is experience. A lot of nurses will tell you that it's all hands-on experience, and that, once you actually get in the field and get your feet wet, that's when the actual real learning starts. Fraud says, how do I join the study group? So it's on Facebook. It's a free T7 study group, and it is called the Free T7 Study Group by Smart Edition Academy. Thank you, Maidsen. Make sure you follow so that you don't miss any more of our lives. So glad to meet you, Tori. So glad to see some familiar faces from our previous lives. So happy to see new faces. I hope I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday. That's going to be the next time we go live. So make sure, again, that you follow us over on TikTok. And that way, when we add the event to our profile, you won't miss it. All right. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Thank you for all the support. Bye, y'all.